Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Now, when it starts to make a turn like this, you can't really do it one direction. You just got to fill it in.
Fill
you
it
got to
in.
fill these little gaps in here,
Got it.
and then start getting lighter. In other words, I feather. I don't. I let the pencil drop on my paper,
see.
and I feather, and let it do the work for you. And when I need to get it darker, then I press it a little harder, and I get
Got
it
it.
darker. Yeah. So I basically feather to get it smoothed out on there. So I don't know if you've ever heard of double lip. Anybody heard of double lip? You could see a double lip right here.
Yeah.
See this little line right here?
Yeah.
This little, no, this little line right here, and then
Yeah.
see this little halo line
Got
right
it.
here? That's a double lip. Yeah, women want to make their lips bigger. They have this little extra line underneath, and you just follow that line and make your lips more plump. That's a double line right there. Just people don't see that out there.
There's a word for that in the
Yeah.
top part. What's it called?
Double lip. And right
Yeah.
here, it has a subtle triangle. A triangle where it's not round. It's round as you go deeper into the nostril, but as it comes out, it has like a shape of a
Shape of a
triangle.
triangle.
Not totally a triangle. And think of it this way, like if you're going to a cave, you're walking out of a cave and you look at the size of the concrete, it gets lighter, right? As you're exiting the tunnel, right? That's how a nostril is. And then as you go deeper, it has like this little triangle. It looks like a triangle, but it's not a triangle. It's a little triangle.
What part of the nostril are you
Here, I'm
talking
gonna
about?
draw it out right here. All right, now, if I get this dark, I put a line straight down this way. And then
Oh,
a
I see what
line
you're
this
talking.
way.
Yeah.
And get that just real dark, and then everything else gets lighter as it's coming
Got
out.
it.
It makes the note real. Okay? And even the
Nice.
bottom lip, even the bottom lip has
Eyelid.
like a double line, a double lip. But it isn't double lip. You got this little line here, and this little line here. This line is the pupil, the eye that's dark. When you're shading that part, it creates this little line, second line right there. And you don't draw. Well, I don't draw an eye like this. I draw a line. I draw an eye, and I stop that way. The line here is the bag underneath the eye.
Yeah.
It comes down here like this, and then I blend that whole thing down. That draws that line there. Because the sunlight hits the bottom lip of the eye, and it bleaches the line, and you can't barely see it. You see it when you darken, and here's the eye, right here, right? When you darken this area here, it creates a very halo line right over here, So I draw the shape of the eye, and I stop right there, in each corner there. And the lip is the same way. The top lip is kind of the same way, a little bit, if you think about it. Because if you draw the lip, this is the top lip, you drop it this way, like that, right? And then you draw the shape of the bottom lip this way. See how I didn't have this line right here? This right here helps shapes the lip. You put that down right here,
You throw the shade.
right there.
So how do you start with something like that? With the whole.
All right, now I'm going to do a demonstration.
Oh.